guys, Mama Drea here, ready for another fantastic episode of Cooking with me. Today we are going to be making a classic Italian slow roasted tomato sauce. So what are you going to need? Now, when I make this tomato sauce, I tend to make a lot of it and then I just freeze it so I have it for whenever I need it because, well, if you're going to spend a couple hours roasting a sauce, you might as well make a big batch of it. So for our sauce, if you're going to make a big pot, you're going to need, of course, your big pot. You are going to need 3 carrots, 3 celery pieces, the green celery, 3 onions, and 3 cloves of garlic, all 3s. I've just gone ahead and chopped them all roughly. They don't need to be pretty. You're just going to go ahead and get them in there for the flavor. You are going to need 3 boxes of your passata. You are going to need, now, if you're getting the small jars of the paste, you're going to need 3 of them. I have 1 big jar and 1 small jar, so this should be enough. Obviously, you're noticing 3s, so if you want to do a smaller batch of sauce, it would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You get the idea. Then for flavoring, of course, we're going to need our salt, pepper. I always like to use in sauce fresh basil rather than dry. It's a much better flavor than dry, but if you only have the dry, then go for it. You're missing out though. Get fresh basil and some dried oregano, and then of course some olive oil to go ahead and fry it up in our pan. And last but not least, if you have, where did I put my wine? I will grab it in a minute. If you have a little bit of red wine left over, we're also going to use some red wine. Rule of cooking, if you're not going to drink it, don't use it to cook. So if it's like really old and gross wine, don't use it, guys. What I like to do, a little tip, if I have a little bit of extra wine left over that I'm not going to finish, I put it into an ice cube tray, I freeze it, and then I have it for cooking whenever I need it. So we're going to hop over to the stove. I'm going to get that red wine, and we're going to get ready to get cooking. I will see you guys soon. Pot is heating up. I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil in. Let that spread around. And then I'm just going to throw all of my vegetables in. Stir them around a bit so they all get coated in oil. Then you're just going to let these fry for a couple minutes till they start to get a little bit goldenish on the outside and a little bit fried nicely. So we're just going to give this a few minutes. Okay, these have been frying for about 3-4 minutes. They're starting to really let their aroma out. I can tell that my onion is starting to get nice and translucent, a little bit more white than yellow. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato paste. Mix that up. And now I'm going to add that wine as well. Just a little splash, sometimes 2. Let that wine, splashing stuff everywhere. Let that wine cook down a little bit with that paste in there. Give it about 30 more seconds, and then we're going to go ahead and add in our passata. Okay, let's mix in our passata. Now, I like to put a little bit of water in these, swish it around just so I can get out that extra little tomatoey juice goodness in there. So I got a little bit of water, swish it in, and pour it out. Once you get all that nice and mixed in, you are going to add some of your flavoring. We are going to add now our salt and pepper. And we're going to add our dried oregano. You are not going to add your fresh basil yet. Mix that in. Oh, the smell is amazing, guys. Okay. You are going to bring this to a low simmer. You can put a lid on it. Don't cover it completely because you do want some of that liquid to evaporate. We are not going to simmer this down too low though. You don't want too much of the liquid to actually go away because you want it to be a nice thick sauce. So nice low simmer, and you are going to let this sit for a few hours. In about an hour or two, we are going to cut up our basil and add that in, and then we're going to let it sit for like another 2 hours. So go ahead, go do something else, go watch a TV show, go relax, and I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Okay guys, my sauce has been simmering for about 2 hours. I was stirring it about every 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, I hope your house smells as amazing as mine does right now. This whole aroma just fills up the house. It is amazing. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my basil. I've gone ahead and cut up about six leaves of basil. It is up to you if you want to do a little bit more, a little bit less. This is about the point when I do a taste test and I see if I need to add any more of my salt, my pepper, oregano, whatever else you think might need to be added. And then you're gonna go ahead and cover it again, and you're going to let it continue to simmer for another hour or two. Again, stirring it about every 20 to 30 minutes, just to make sure we're getting everything all mixed up together. Oh, it smells so good, guys. I can't wait. So we'll see you again in a couple hours. All right, it's been like 4 hours. My sauce has been roasting. My whole apartment smells amazing. Now comes the finishing part. I've got a smaller bowl with some sort of like a colander here and some sort of a slatted spoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and scoop out the vegetables pieces in there and just bring them over here so that the excess sauce drips into the bowl. You're going to get it all out, and then once you get all of the big pieces out, you can go ahead and do what you want with your sauce. If you're going to use it right away, you can pop it in the fridge, let it cool down though first. If not, what I like to do is I like to take a bunch of glass jars and I just put the sauce in there and I freeze it and I take it out for whenever I am ready. So I'm just going to go ahead because, you know, wouldn't be Mama Dre if we didn't taste our sauce. So let me grab a spoon. Let's give a little taste test. Oh, it's still very hot, guys. I need to be very careful. Let's see. Delicious. Very rich, very flavorful. Goes great on pastas. You can really use it for a lot of different things. So I hope you enjoy your slow roasted tomato sauce, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great weekend.